or husband, after he beats her up and the argument, the disagreement has ceased and has ended, he will start crying and he'll buy her flowers. So if an abusive husband or boyfriend does that, what about when you love the individual? So that's why I feel the need to explain what love is, so that people can understand and that they can look at their situation. And it's important to note, because I'm hearing stories of children in Trinidad who are engaging in sex with their brother or cousin, with family members. That is incest. That is a crime. And when the individual is older than you, and let's say they're a male, it's your brother or cousin or an uncle who's older than you, even if they're under 18, that is statutory rape. It's a crime. And you have to protect yourself because you're being violated, and you have to protect other children. The act of that boy towards you is pedophilia. And even if it's a girl sexually abusing her younger sister, it's a crime. Understand that. As I said earlier, parents sexually abuse their children, brother, father, uncle sexually abuse their children. Please understand this, and it's about safeguarding. It's about protecting yourself. Because even if you say, I don't want my brother or cousin to get into trouble, understand something. In 10 years' time, when he becomes an adult, he may continue to have sex with children. It's about nipping it in the bud. Protect your siblings, protect the children around you, and protect future children. You have an obligation, you have to say something. But I understand saying something is not easy. And this is for the child that's been abused, and also for the parent who wants to know if their child is being abused. When I was abused for 6 years, my dad asked me, my biological father asked me if I had been abused, and I denied it. And I denied it multiple times. I talked to my siblings and I asked them the question, have you been abused? And I prayed to God that hasn't happened, but I asked them repeatedly. Think about stories in the newspaper of a woman who's 60, who was abused when she was 5 by the priest or the pope or the bishop or the pastor. It took her 55 years, 25 years to talk about it. It's not easy, it's a psychological thing. And so that means even though you have information today, and you may suspect that somebody has been through abuse, it is not easy for them to talk about it. It's an irrational fear at times, and sometimes it's a rational fear. But once you understand that, then you can work with it. And I feel that as parents, and I'm not a parent, as parents we have to be open to the possibility that our child has been abused. Once you're open to the idea, you will notice the signs. Saying that you've done your best is not good enough. My mother did her best, but it didn't work. If you marry a pedophile, and that pedophile abuses your child, you didn't know he was a pedophile, so it's simply not your fault. And although I'm a Christian, my personal opinion, outside of Christianity, is when you marry another man, when you marry and bring a stepmother into your home, my non-Christian opinion is you should never leave your son or daughter around that stepfather. And I say that because countless times I'm hearing stories of children being sexually abused by their stepfather. Let's be real. If your friend is an alcoholic, are you going to put bottles of beer in front of them? Are you going to put a glass of wine in front of them? No. As Christians, we know we all fall short and we all sin. We know that. People sin in different ways. People struggle with different things. When you marry that man, you have no idea he's a pedophile, but you put your child in front of him. If your friend is a thief, if your brother is a thief, your cousin is a thief, you will not have money lying around in your home. So use that same mindset so you can protect your children from being abused and sometimes leading a life that becomes very destructive.